Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. CBS News reports President Trump is scheduled to hold a news conference this Monday afternoon at the White House. The event follows the successful rescue of a U.S. airman from inside Iran over the weekend. The airman was the second crew member of an American F-15E fighter jet shot down by Iranian fire on Friday. The pilot was rescued earlier that day. Trump announced the airman's rescue early Sunday, highlighting the complex recovery operation that involved over 150 planes and 200 munitions, calling it an amazing show of bravery. Simultaneously, the president issued escalating threats towards Iran, extending a deadline to Tuesday for reopening the Strait of Hormuz or facing destruction of power plants and bridges. Despite the threats, Trump also hinted that diplomatic efforts, including a Pakistani ceasefire proposal, might lead to a deal. Global News reports that a recent BMO report warns of significant economic repercussions if Brent crude oil breaches baited top to those 100 and Patriot Ryu. And Barkley, driven by the ongoing Iran war, currently around 108, mind you, soar, a further surge could push U.S. gas prices above $6 per gallon and Canadian prices even higher. BMO senior economist Sal Guattieri suggests this could cause a 2% reduction in consumer spending, risking a mild economic downturn. Unlike past slumps, central banks like the Bank of Canada and the U.S. Federal Reserve might struggle to intervene effectively due to rising inflation. The report indicates this situation could be more severe than the 2022 Russia-Ukraine war oil shock. Consumers, particularly Canadians, are expected to pull back on discretionary spending, potentially increasing political pressure on U.S. President Donald Trump to resolve the conflict. Another report suggests a prolonged conflict could even send oil. According to Linha Zappa, Ukrainian missile manufacturer Firepoint is planning to develop a low-cost alternative to the U.S.-made Patriot air defense system. This initiative comes in response to soaring global demand for air defense capabilities, intensified by conflicts in Ukraine and Iran, and the high cost and limited supply of existing Patriot systems. Firepoint aims to complete its first ballistic missile interception test by the end of 2027, with a target cost of less than $1 million per interception. Currently, each Patriot missile costs millions of dollars, often requiring 2 to 3 missiles per engagement. While Firepoint possesses strengths in missile development, it seeks collaborations with European companies like Denmark's Weibel, Germany's Hensoldt, Sweden's Saab, and France's Thales for crucial components such as radar, missile seekers, and communication systems. Established after Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022, Firepoint is already Ukraine's largest long-range drone manufacturer, with its FP-5 Flamingo cruise missile reportedly used in strikes against Russian military facilities. The company also has 2 supersonic ballistic missiles in their According to Zio Sabal, Israel's Ministry of Defense announced on April 6 its plan to accelerate the production of Arrow missile interceptors. This decision comes amidst growing scrutiny from international media and analysts regarding the quantity of Israel's missile interceptor stockpiles. with some reports suggesting potential shortages during its ongoing conflict with Iran. The Arrow system is a crucial component of Israel's multi-layered air defense, designed to intercept ballistic missiles at various altitudes, with Arrow 2 operating within and outside the atmosphere, and Arrow 3 specializing in X-atmospheric interceptions. Defense Minister Israel Katz stated that the initiative aims to significantly increase production rates and inventory to ensure Israel's continuous operational freedom and endurance in an evolving battle. While each Arrow 2 interceptor costs an estimated $1.5 million and Arrow 3 around $2 million, Israeli officials have denied any immediate shortage, asserting their readiness for a prolonged engagement. NBC News reports that Senator Tim Kaine, a Democrat from Virginia and member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, expressed significant skepticism regarding the Trump administration's 2027 budget proposal. The plan seeks $1.5 trillion for the Defense Department, a substantial 44% increase from the current year's appropriation. Kaine questioned the justification for such a large increase, particularly in light of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's recent decision to oust several high-ranking Army leaders, including the Army Chief of Staff. Kaine emphasized that Congress would be reluctant to write a blank check to what he called an inept civilian leadership team at the Pentagon. He also described the ongoing conflict as illegal and unwise, and advocated for a formal declaration of war from Congress. Republican Representative Mike Lawler of New York echoed some skepticism, stating that the administration's budget is merely a proposal and that Congress would ensure military forces receive necessary resources. However, Lawler strongly refuted Kaine's claim that the war was illegal, affirming the president's authority under the War Powers Resolution and proper congressional notification. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.